Vanakkam Chennai, a very good afternoon ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour Chennai edition. HCL believes in the power of sport, not just a game but as a platform that inspires discipline, resilience and the excellence. So over the years, HCL has been proud to partner with the Squash Rackets Federation of India to lift squash to newer heights, nurture homegrown talent and build champions for India. After spectacular showdowns in recent times, we have now turned out of focus to the gateway of South India and the sporting powerhouse. Chennai with the finals of the HCL Squash India Tour coming to you from the iconic Indian Squash Academy. Over the last 4 days, 48 elite players from 5 nations have battled it out here in Chennai, vying for pride, glory and those crucial world ranking points. And it's time for us to go and see what has just happened yesterday in the semi-finals results. Let me first, I will go with Rokia Othman defeating Sania Watts by 3-0 and Okim Chu defeating Mohammad Shafiq Kamal by 3-2 and Wang Hum beating Anna Haldin by 3-2. And then finally Adam Roshdi defeating Salah El Tugban by 3-0. So I hope think so. If you're someone missed out these highlights, and it is time for you to go and check these highlights, and recap is coming right now. That was really an intense and nerve-wracking games right yesterday in the semi-finals. I hope you all watched it. This prestigious tournament is hosted in partnership with the Squash Rackets Federation of India, with support from the Sports Authority of India and the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. I also wish to extend a heartfelt gratitude to our partners, SDAT Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu Squash Rackets Association, Monkey Eyes, and our venue partners, Indian Squash Academy. And finally, I need to congratulate referees and match officials being part of this event, all ready to cheer for the champions who will light up this courts with their game. Watch it all live only on HCL Enterprise and India Squash YouTube channel. And today, epic finals is on your way in the women's final. Game number 1, Rokia Othman taking on Wai Hong Hum, and in the men's final, Joachim Chu were taking on Adam Roshdi. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned for the live action. And now over to the commentator Piyush. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, John. Well, what an afternoon we have up on our hands. A very good morning to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wherever you are from. And welcome back in the HCL Squash PSA Challenge Tour. And it is the final day. And both the finals are set up. The first one of the two, the women's final, Rokaya Othman up against Wayung And, well, The kind of the day that these players were waiting for, and this is the moment, this is the big stage for them. After days of sweat, sacrifice, and relentless pursuit, it all comes down to this one match, one trophy, one champion. Every rally played this week has led to this very quote: the destination is here, and only one name will be etched onto the trophy. This is where ambition meets opportunity, where dreams demand one final performance. The road has been long, the challenges many, but tonight, in fact, this afternoon, only one player will leave with both the title and the memories that come into it. Uh, Out come the to the court from Egypt, the top seed, calm under pressure and clinical in execution. Rokaya Otman standing across the court will be South Korea's Wayung who has already rewritten script once this week. Can she author one final chapter? Right then, in come the two players, the players for the moment. Well, this isn't just Egypt versus South Korea, it's patience versus pace, control versus aggression, experience in the big moments against fearless momentum, and that's what makes this final so compelling. As you can see on the left of your screen, Wayung who won yesterday's game by 3 to 2 up against Hannah Aladdin. And Rokaya Otman, well, we all know about her. She won yesterday's game by 3 nothing. She won the Chennai edition previously as well, a couple of months back. And now she is once again into this final, is the Egyptian squash queen. Well, this one promises to be an absolute cracker. The start of this game is just moments away from now, as we see the players being warmed up out here, wanting to make sure that they are in their rhythm. Well, it will definitely all come down to who will hold the nerve in the end. Alright then, we are all set here now for the start of this women's final of the HCA PSA Challenge Tour Chennai edition 2026. Rokai Ottman did it couple of months back, and she is out here to do it once again. And this time, the task isn't going to be easy either, as she is up against Hwa Young As we start this game off, Hwa Young gets us underway as we see a rally and the opening point as well for Rokaya Ottman. The Egyptian starts off on the front foot. She's missed out completely there as the South Korean. As we see the first replay of this final, she's not quite able to get it off the middle. Well, advantage with Rokaya Ottman. Two very good players out here. It will be very difficult to pick one. She's already produced a lot of upsets as the South Korean, and on the other hand, Rokaya Ottman, well, she is one of the best, isn't she? Out here, especially at this stage of any tournament. Meanwhile, two apiece. Wayung gets it back, and now another point for Rokaya Ottman. Very unfortunate there for the South Korean. We have seen that, interestingly enough, those serves being played pretty much high rather than just smashing those onto it. And that has been the go-to feature for most of the players in this tournament. Next time she misses out, there's the South Korean, and another point for Rokaya Ottman makes it 6-2 in her favor. The advantage very much with the Egyptian. She gets a point back. It's come down to 6-3 now. Still very much in control is the Egyptian in this first game. And once again, just not quite able to get across. Another point for Rokaya Ottman, where she likes to win it in straight games, doesn't she? There's Rokaya Ottman as she gets another one there. 8-3 now. Just three more points away from securing this first game, and that's excellent. Once again, just not allowing the opposition to get across. She does pull 1 point back, but it's a long way to go from here on in this first game for Hwa Young Right then, game point coming up now for Rokaya Ottman. 10-5. Well, that's nicely done in the end by Hwa Young And she gets another point for herself. Just trying to stay in this first game still. Even she showed a lot of character yesterday, did the South Korean up against Hannah Aladdin. She was trailing by 2-1 before winning the last two games. And it seems like that is it. Yes, it is. That's the first game for Rokaya Ottman. winning this one by 11-6. And once again, she is continuing to be dominant, just like she has been throughout this tournament. And Hwa Young has some thinking to do out here before continuing into that second game. Let's have a look at some of the highlights of that first game. As you can see, Rokaya Outman on the left of your screen. Well, even Hannah Aladdin is out there with her. And such is the unity of those Egyptians in this tournament. Hannah Aladdin will definitely know a thing or two about the South Korean Hwa Young as she lost to her yesterday in that semi-final. I'm not sure if Rokaya Outman would be wanting to take any kind of tips from Hannah Aladdin, considering the 18-year-old is so good herself. She would be wanting to say, well, this is how you get the job done up against her. Nonetheless, advantage for Rokaya Outman in this final, and Hwa Young needs to get something done for herself in the second game because she can't allow herself to be 2-0 down in this final. Otherwise, it will be a long, long way back in this game for her. Right, then we are all set now for the second game. Well, one thing is for sure that Hwa Young would not be wanting this to be a walk in the park for Rokaya Otman, as it has been for her throughout this tournament. As you can see, the opening point as well, once again, this time for the South Korean. Straight away, pretty much straight away equalizes it, does the Egyptian. And that's done nicely once again. Well, this is absolutely sensational by the Egyptian. That is how good she is. As you can see the replay of that one once again. Nonetheless, two apiece. And another point for Rokaya Otman. Once again in the advantage in the second game. Just missing out on that occasion. Hitting that one too low in the end. Well, three apiece. Going neck and neck is the South Korean in the second game. And it seems like she will have to grind out a win somehow, if it has to be for her. And this time, Rokaya Otman does extremely well. Well, a lot of power was being shown, and all of a sudden, a delicate touch on which Hwa Young just couldn't quite get across. That's nicely done in the end by the South Korean once again. Well, continuing to keep on getting those points in, making it four apiece, trying to take this game deep. 5-4 now for Roque Ottman. And once again, a delicate touch, and does really well, does the South Korean, to get another point back for herself. As you can see the replay of that one, very smartly done, giving no chance at all to Roque Ottman. 5 and 6 apiece. And this game, the second one, has been pretty much like that so far. Rokaya Ortman will know the importance of this game. She can't let this one go either, because if it becomes 1-1, then once again it just goes back to square one and it becomes the best of three type of a game. Once again, she gets that equalizer. Does Hua Young 7 apiece. And that one has been hit really well once again. And the advantage for the first time in the second game is in the favor of the South Korean. Well, just wanting to regroup out there. Well, 8 apiece. And this is what it has come up to in the second game. It's a pretty close one. That one is very unfortunate for the South Korean. And another point for Rokai Ottman once again gets into the lead. And now she's just 2 points away from doubling her advantage in the number of games. Well, that's been played superbly well. Game point coming up once again for Rokai Ottman. Well, she was trailing by 8-7 and she's all of a sudden got three consecutive points and showing the class that she possesses. This time she misses out. A point back for the South Korean. Trying to make it 10 apiece. A very important point coming up. The next one, crucial in the context of this final. Well, that's done really well by Hwa 10 apiece now. Well, this second game has been going pretty much neck and neck. And it continues to go slow. But this time she misses out and another game point coming up. This time it is for Hwa Opportunity. Opportunity to make it one apiece. And there it is. A smash in the end. And she has equalized in the end. What a game that was. Going neck and neck, both these players. And they have eventually finished it off 12-10 for the South Korean. And we are back to where we started. One apiece and three more games remaining. This one is a tough call between the two. It's just lovely to see that Hannah Aladdin is right next to her. Who played yesterday up against Hwa. All right then. Here we go once again. Hua Young surprising everyone in this final as well. One apiece, and that's done beautifully. That's the opening point of the third game as well. For the first time, in front is the South Korean in this game. Well, not the best of the serves in the end. A freebie in the end for Rokaya Ottman. I'm not sure that she would be wanting to look back on that one. Well, Hua Young nonetheless, one apiece as we continue. Well, really well done in the end there. Nonetheless, 3-1, the advantage with Rokaya Outman. And now she makes it 4-1. Well, once again, just stamping an authority in this game. And she does get a point back. Does Hua Young Well, 4-3 now. She kept on going neck and neck, and if, in the end, she did get the reward in that second game. And now just trying to do something similar in this third one, too. Well, that's beautiful. That's delightful by Rokaya Ottman once again. Well, once again, just turning out to be a bit too dominant in the end now. Rokaya Ottman makes it 7-3 there. Well, it's these moments that make the difference, and Rokaya Ottman is someone who does keep on getting those 3 or 4 points in a row for herself, which just makes a big difference in the end. Nonetheless, it's a point pulled back. 7-4 now in this third game, and well, is that a point once again? Not quite so. And that's done excellently. That's brilliant by Hua Young. Makes it 7-5. Well, she is showing a lot of character out here. Of course, coming as second favorite in this final. 8-6 now. A couple of more points. Where does she find them? Does Hua Young That's done nicely. Gets another point back. 8-7. In fact, 8 apiece now. Well, crucial next 3 points coming up now in this final. And that is another point for the South Korean into the lead now. Leading this one by 9-8. Are we about to witness another upset? Well, not yet. Not yet, says Rokaya Otman. Makes it 9 apiece. Crucial next 2 points. Misses out completely. Trying to do something different. Trying to be a bit cheeky there. Why Yongam? Right then, game point for Rokaya Otman. Well, she makes it 10 apiece. Well, all eyes on Rokaya Otman at the moment. 11-10, another game point for her. And it's done brilliantly as we can see the replay of that one once again. 11 apiece. Well, not giving a sniff at the moment, these two to each other. And that is what you want to see in a final as well. Well, that one has been just smashed away and gets another point. Another game point for Rokaya Otman. Opportunity once again to make it 2-1. Well, just not let this one slip, either of the two. That has been played nicely. Well, there it is. She's done it, has Rokaya Otman. Makes it 2-1 for herself. Win this third game by 13-11. What a game that was. Both these players just not allowing each other. Well, the advantage once again is in the favor of the South Korean. Well, she's really working hard out here. Game point for the South Korean now. But Rokaya Otman is not going to allow it that comfortably. 13 apiece. We keep on rolling in this third game. Well, how many game points have we seen in this game? And the game has just come to an end. 14-30 now for the Egyptian. And now she misses out. An unforced error, you would feel. 14 apiece. Well, neither of the two are able to win it on the serves at the moment. Well, just what you would expect in a final. And once again, Wah Young takes the advantage, and now opportunity once again for her. Can she finish it off here? It's nerve wracking, this one. And she's missed out. 15 apiece. Well, this can keep on going all day long, if you must feel, with the way these two have been playing. You could see Salma Otman and Hannah Aladdin behind there on the camera, just cheering on for Rokaya Otman. You see the replay of that point in the end. Advantage with the South Korean once again. It's 16 apiece. Keeps on rolling. This third game. As you can see, the players just getting tired out there as well. It's been a long, long game, this one. Well, who can take the advantage of it? We will wait and see. It's 17 apiece. Misses out does Rokaya this time. 17-18. Well, you got to admit, with the way Hwa Young has been settling herself before every single point, she is doing an exceptional job. Just bulldozing into Hwa Young on that occasion was Rokaya Otman. And it's 18 apiece. Well, how often do we see this? 20 points required? Nonetheless, the point has been given to the South Korean. Now 19-18. Another game point for the South Korean. Could this be the moment where she finishes it off in this third game? Well, it's not quite happening yet. It's gone up to 19 apiece now. Once again, the advantage with the South Korean. Well, both these players just not quite able to buy a point at the moment of their own serve. And this time, just getting in the way. And eventually, that will also be the end. Well, showing a lot of fight and character as Hwa Young takes the advantage, win this third game by 21-19. Would you believe it? Well, that is how far it was stretched. And the advantage very much with the South Korean, and Rokaya Outman is heartbroken out there. Are we about to witness an upset as we see some of the highlights of the game? Absolutely fantastic with the way these two have been playing out here. As you can see, the amount of sweat that has come out for the South Korean. And also, we could see John behind the South Korean as well. Nonetheless, one of the longest games you would ever see. 21-19 is what it ended. 2-1 the advantage to the South Korean as we head into the fourth game now. And Rokaya Otman has some work to do here. All right, then we are back here, two apiece in the final. Well, four games couldn't separate them. One game now decides everything. This is why they play the finals for moments exactly like these. Months of preparation, countless hours on court, and now it all comes down to single game. The margins have been razor thin all afternoon. One lapse in concentration could decide the championship. Pressure doesn't create character, it reveals it. We are about to find out who can embrace this moment. Fatigue is inevitable, but so is the desire to lift the trophy. Neither player has been willing to yield. One last push, one final chapter remains. Well, forget the rankings, forget the seedings in the fifth game. It's simply about who can execute when it matters the most. The body is tired, but the mind has to stay sharp. Finals are often won by the player who makes one fewer mistake. At the moment, Rokaya Ottman, well, she is showing her class, winning the fourth game by 11-7 quite comfortably, and now cruising through at the moment at 4-1 with the advantage. But meanwhile, Wayongong, opportunity for her to get some points, and she does. Well, who is writing the scripts for all these finals at the moment? 5-2 for Rokaya Ottman. Now she makes it 5-3, does the South Korean. Well, all afternoon she has been pulling things back every single time as the South Korean. She's been relentless. It's 6-3 now to Rokaya Ottman. Not the best of the serves once again. And Hannah Aladdin is just helping us out there. Well, it could have been an all Egyptian final. It's not quite so. And at the moment, the South Korean has really given a fight to Rokaya Ottman. And it is 7-4 now. Another backhanded lash. Well, this is good. This is really good by Rokaya Ottman. And she is showing a lot of composure in this final game. 9-4 now, just 2 points away from the championship is the Egyptian. And 4 points, the deficit for Hwa Young Well, she is not going to go out without a fight. That is what she has shown throughout the day. Throughout the day, in the last hour or so, 9-7 now. Well, we are 44 minutes into this game now, and still very difficult to pick a winner. Although Rokai Ottman is on the front foot, well, delicate touch. And that's brilliant by Rokai Ottman. It's just moving across the court, and she gets that point eventually. Does the Egyptian? What a rally that was! Relentless to say the least. And now championship point opportunity for Rokaya Ottman once again in Chennai. Could this be the moment? Well, not yet. Not yet, says the South Korean. She needs to get the next 2 points, the South Korean. She has already done that in the third game, the game that she won by 21-19. Well, she's missed out, and there it is. Rokhaya Othman once again, the Egyptian squash queen. What a game it was! And in the end, once again, she has shown a lot of composure out here in Chennai. And she is the champion once again of this women's category in this HCL Squash PSA Challenge Tour. Outstanding scenes out here. And so are her compatriots also happy to see how she has got the job done here. Well, Wai Young she gave a lot of fight in the end. She won the second and the third game. The third game by 21 to 19. As you can see, some of the highlights of the last game. And Rokhaya Othman, well, at that moment, she felt that she has had enough. She wants to get this done and winning it quite comfortably in the end by 11-7 and 11-8 in the fourth and the fifth game. And securing the championship once again, the Egyptian squash queen. Outstanding scenes out here for her. As you can see, that big smile on the face, and well, in good spirits as well was Yua Young. Um, but another championship for Rokhaya Othman. Outstanding. Well, we will also have the final of the men's category pretty much shortly, and very soon we will have Rokhaya Othman out there alongside John. All right, then, here we go. Welcome back to the broadcast of the HCL Squash PSA Challenge Tour. We are into the final of the men's category. It's Joachim Chua up against Adam Roshdi. Well, we saw one of the comebacks of the ages yesterday by Joachim Chua, winning that semi-final by 3-2. He was trailing by 2-0. And it's not just the way that he won by 3-2, it's the manner of which he came back in those games as well, especially in the fourth and the fifth one. Nonetheless, Adam Roshdi starts off here with the opening point. Well, the lights are bright, the crowd is ready, and the destiny waits patiently at the end of the 44 feet. Two players, two journeys, one trophy. This is what they have trained for all year long. Every drop of sweat, every early morning session, every sacrifice has led to this very moment. The court asks the same question of every finalist: who wants it more? And that is what it will go down to. Who wants it more? The most important thing of all, the most important question of all. Well, Adam Rossi has started off on the front foot though. Well, if you would feel that the women's final was an intriguing one, talk about this one. Two characters who don't go out without a fight. They keep on fighting. Well, Adam Rosdi did win yesterday's game quite comfortably up against Salah El Torgman, the Canadian. That was a wayward shot in the end by Adam Rosdi. Just not quite able to middle that one. Well, Malaysia versus Egypt is what it is. We have already seen one Egyptian being crowned as the champion in the women's category, Rokaya Otman, and now maybe an opportunity for Adam Roshdi as well. But the Malaysian, Joachim Chua, might have some other plans. Well, the previous time out here in Chennai, it was Suraj Kumar Chand who won it, and Joachim Chua has been the man who has beaten him in the quarterfinal. Well, a lot of upsets have been already showcased out here in this PSA Challenge Tour. Well, 2-1 to Joachim Chua. And, well, it seems like every rally is a conversation. And neither player is willing to let the other have the last word. They are not just exchanging shots, they are exchanging statements. Patience and courage, power and precision, everything is on display. Well, that will be another point for Adam Rojdi as they continue to go neck and neck, two apiece. Well, Adam Rojdi is doing an exceptional job out here, the Egyptian. Well, the Egyptians have been extremely good in this game of squash, haven't they, of late? Totally dominant. Men's category, women's category, call it what you like. That has been played delicately and beautifully. Three apiece. A nice little rally this one, but very unfortunate in the end was Adam Roshdi. As he makes it 4-3, does the Malaysian Joaquim Chua. Well, this is seeming to be a very, very tough contest between the two players. A lot will be happening inside that court for the next 45 minutes or so. Four apiece. He plays that one nicely in the end. Does Joaquim Chua. Once again, a nice little rally this. But this time it goes out of bounds and doubles the advantage, does Joaquim Chua. 7-6, 8-6 now to Joaquim Chua. Well, meanwhile, we have John out there up alongside Rokaya Ottman.
This is HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour 2026. I have Rokia Othman. Rokia, it's been a wonderful contest this last 2 days. Quarterfinals and semifinals. That was 3 games, and this is 5 games. How are you mentally prepared for this on winning this title?
Actually, I knew the final was going to be hard, and she played very well today. It was a very intense match.
So quarterfinals done, semifinals done. Your second PSA title. I mean, like few months back ago, you won here at the same venue, same place. It's happening like a Teja, right?
Chennai is my lucky charm. Yeah, it's my second title here, and these are my first 2 titles in the PSA. So I'm very happy.
We have seen your hard work and that mentally you have been preparing in that inside the court. Just tell us like this emotions and this feelings. Like I hope you had your phone call with your family and friends after this winning this game.
Yes, they are very happy. Of course, my coach, he's my mentor, Hussein Imam. He pushed me so much. Every time he called me before the match, he helped me a lot.
Being an 18-year-old, so for upcoming aspirant and for someone who just want to become as a squash player, what do you want to tell to the youngsters?
They work hard, and they like play at their mistakes, and they will one day be there.
What's next from here?
Actually, I in September I will go train in Egypt with my coach, and then I will go tournaments in September.
Best of luck for your future games. That's Rokia Othman. Thank you.
Well, lovely to see the champion of the women's category once again. At the same venue as mentioned by John as well. She won in Chennai back in April, was it, I think, and well, once again does the job at the same venue. Well, Chennai seems to be like her home at the moment. Nonetheless, back to this game, the final of the men's category, 9-8 for Kim Chua. It's all happening out here as well. Few backhanded shots. Nice little rally once again. Well, that was a very tough game, the women's final, but this one is no less either. Well, very unfortunate in the end for Joaquim Chua, and Adam Rojdi gets the point that he was searching for, 9 apiece. And this one is going right down to the wire, the first game. Not much separating the two sides, the two players out here. Smashes that one, and what's happened there? And he cannot believe it. Adam Rojdi. Somehow he's managed to play that one, Joaquim Chua. Or in fact, it's hit him only. Yes, it has. It's come off his knee. So a game point for the Malaysian. You would feel he's missed out on the opportunity there. Right then, 10 apiece. Right then, 10 apiece, and Adam Rushdie gets another point for himself, does he? No, it's Joaquin Chua who gets it. So game point for Joaquin Chua. 11-10 is what it is. Once again, an opportunity. Well, we saw one of those games in the women's category going up to 21-19. 40 points is what we saw, and then they were separated. Let's see how far this one goes. Once again, a nice little rally this one. Well, both the players have been slightly defensive as well. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that's brilliant. That's outstanding by Joaquim Chua. What a good shot that was. And he secures this first game, does the Malaysian. 12 to 10. And this game is, well, definitely turning out to be a cracking contest between the two, the Malaysian and the Egyptian. 12-10 is what he wins this one, the first one by Joaquim Chua. And Adam Rosdi, well, he needs to come back as we see some of the highlights of the first game. Three apiece is what it is now in this second game as well. And Adam Roshley needs to win the second game desperately. Well, misses out on that occasion does the Egyptian. 5-4 to Joaquim Chua. The Malaysian is doing a superb job out here in this final. Of course, beating his fellow countrymen yesterday in that semi-final. Mohammad Safi Kamal. What a comeback that was. Comeback of the ages, you must say. Well, a wonderful second game going on at the moment. 6-5 the advantage for Joaquim Chua. 8-7 now to Joaquim Chua. He's thinking 3 more points, secure it, and then he just needs to win one more game. Meanwhile, Adam Rosdi, desperate, just trying to get across. Well, Adam Rosdi says he did not get in the way, but it seems like he did. Well, 9-7 now. Opportunity, and he makes it 10-7, does Joaquim Chua. Big opportunity for the Malaysian to make it 2-0. He's played that one superbly well in the end. And he's done it. Has Joaquim Chua, Malaysian, makes it 2-0. And Adam Rosdi is furious with himself. He needs to mark a comeback here now. 2-0. Big opportunity for Joaquim Chua in this final. Outstanding stuff. Well, what a start to this third game it has been for the Malaysian Wakim Chua. He's really putting a foothold now in this one. Well, it's turning out to be a completely dominant performance here by Wakim Chua. Although Adam Rushdie does get a point back there. 9-4. Two more points required for Wakim Chua. But he's just taking his time out there. And 9-5. Adam Rushdie. He needs to win next few points out here to stay alive in this final. But This is a massive, massive opportunity for the Malaysian. He's desperate to get it right for the next 2 points as he got it there. Not yet. And now he does. Brilliant. Makes it 10-5. Championship point coming up for the Malaysian Joaquim Chua. Big, big opportunity. Could this be the moment? Well, not yet. Not yet, says Adam Roshdi. 10-6. He needs the next 4 points, does Adam Roshdi? Without a reply. Well, once again, not quite able to hit that one high enough. And we continue. Adam Roshdi will keep on fighting till it's done. Well, he's got 3 more championship points as Joaquim Chua. He seems to be a bit tired too out there, and it has been a pulsating contest, and that's another point for Adam Roshdi. Now then, opportunity. Big opportunity for the Egyptian. Makes it 10-8. Can he get the next 2 points as well? Well, he can't. There it is. The championship for the Malaysian Joaquim Chua. Well, it wasn't the best of the shots in the end by Adam Roshdi. He wins this one by 3 straight games, the Malaysian. It has been an outstanding performance by him today. He kept on fighting in that first game and he's won the second and the third game pretty much comfortably, you would feel. And he's won this final by 3-0 and causes and marks another upset out here. These are some of the highlights of the third game. Outstanding work by the Malaysian. Well, he looked down and out yesterday in that semi-final. He was trailing by 2-0. He was trailing every single game after that as well. But still somehow he managed to win those 3 games, win it by 3-2. And have a look at him in this final. He's been dominant. He's been perfect. And he's got himself over the line quite comfortably up against the Egyptian Adam Roshdi. And it will be Malaysia who will have their hand on the trophy out here. Well, in the end, trophies gather dust, but moments like these become timeless. And that is the moment for the young Joaquim Chua. As you can see, that winning moment. And straight away he's onto his phone, maybe just wanting to text his mom and dad and his family that he has got it over the line in this final. And he is the champion of the PSA Challenge Tour. Well, he will be out there up alongside John in a short while from now. Well, nonetheless, it has been a pulsating few days. It's been outstanding, and I was your commentator Piyush Nathani for this final. It has been a pleasure to have you on board with us to view this broadcast coming to you live from the HCL Squash PSA Challenge Tour. And Rokaya Otman, the champion of the women's category, and Joaquim Chua, the champion of the men's category, have made all the difference out here in this final. Well, pretty much shortly we will have John out there with the post-match presentation.
Yes, it's great to have Okim Chua with me. Okim, this is your fifth PSA title for the very first time. You literally took in Chennai. So just tell us about your emotions on this.
I'm obviously really happy. Like I said yesterday, Adam's a really dangerous player. So today I had to be on my toes all the time. I mean, he could create opportunities from anywhere, from anything, literally. So if I wasn't sharp, I was gonna get punished. So I was just in there trying to stay steady again. You know, trying to rely on my fitness a little bit, try to rely on my physicality and my experience. Because obviously I've been around for quite some time, and he's just started out. So I mean, all credit to him. He's a great player. But yeah, I'm super happy to win today.
And we've already seen that game of Adam Roshdi yesterday and winning your final match in the sense like it's not an easy one. That too against a tough competitor like Adam. So how you mentally prepared and what tactics you brought to win this game?
Like I said, I mean, I think I just this whole week I was just I was just trying to back my physicality. I worked pretty hard the last 2 months on my fitness, so I wanted to prove myself that I could last, you know, as long as I want to in these situations. So I just wanted to push today. I didn't really think much of it. I just wanted to go in, have fun, you know, play without any fear, and hopefully that's. I have to go back and rewatch it, but I was a little bit scrappy towards the end. But I mean, I'm just glad I got it done.
Long journey and also a short travel this last 3 days here. So like the preparations and the observation and finally it happened for you. So from here, your another title has got loaded. So what's next from here?
Go back to Malaysia, spend some time with family, rest. You know, I know my parents, my whole family, Auntie Ita, my brother, my sister, my grandparents all watching. So go back, spend some time with them, and you know, prepare for the next one, I guess. Yeah.
My final question, a platform like this, HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour 2026, what do you want to tell for the upcoming youngster or for a teenager, like if they want to become as a squash player, like your motivation words for them?
I think as cliche as it sounds, right? Just to work hard, you know, stay disciplined, and always have fun.
Thank you. That's what best words from you.
Thank you.
That's Hokim Show. Chennai, and a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What an incredible week of squash it has been here at the HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour 2026. Chennai edition live from the Indian Squash Academy. Over the last 5 days, we have witnessed 48 players from 15 different nations battling it with passion, determination, and world-class skill. And now we have our champions with us. It's time to give some beautiful words on the sponsors also. HCL believes in the power of sport, not just as a game, but as a platform that inspires discipline, resilience, and excellence. This prestigious tournament is hosted in partnership with the Squash Rackets Federation of India, with support from the Sports Authority of India and the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. I also wish to extend heartfelt gratitude to our partners, SDAT, Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu, Tamil Nadu Squash Rackets Association of India, Monkey Eyes, and our venue partner, Indian Squash Academy. Now it's time to introduce the dignitaries. Before we dive into the prize ceremony, it is my privilege to welcome on stage our esteemed dignitaries for today. First, I would like to call our chief guest for today, Mr. Alan Zoiza, High Performance Foreign Coach for SRFI. And we'll give a big round of applause to Alan Zoiza, High Performance Foreign Coach for SRFI. And I would like to call our guest of honor, Mr. Cyrus Pancha, Secretary General, Squash SRFI. So his team has been central in carrying the forward HCL commitment to supporting and sports and nurturing talent across India. Hello, sir. Welcome. And the third one, so he's been the part of the big bone here, Mr. Amit of HCL Group. I would like to call Mr. Amit. And yes, he's a big man. He's a big unit. Welcome, sir. So, without them, this tournament is not for us. It's time to call the referees and match officials because we are going to give the honors of presentation for the dignitaries here. Mrs. Vani Gupta and Mr. Dinesh. Welcoming Mrs. Vani Gupta and Mr. Dinesh to come and collect your dignitaries from the beautiful personalities. And this is Vani Gupta. That's so good to see from Rani Gupta. And yeah, the beautiful personalities are doing the honorary thing for these two lovely people. Yes. It is a time for us to go for the presentation of the winners and runners. Yes, the first one, women's runner-up by Amit of HCL Group to give Hawang Hum. She's been the champion. She's been the greatest athlete. Running here and there inside the court. Hawang Hum. And she's been the standard performer. No doubt in that. The competitors, those who are placed at the group stage and also in the quarterfinals and the semi-finals, they have known. She's been the champion. And she is getting this big award here in Chennai. Let's give a big round of applause and shout out. No cheer from the audience. That's Hawang Hum. And now it is time for me to call the women's winner-up by Alan to Rokia Othman. Requesting Alan to hand over the trophy to Rokia Othman. Just an 18-year-old. Can you imagine? She is lifting this her trophy. A second PSA title, boss, in Chennai. Once again, it's happening like a deja vu for her. And she's been dreaming for this trophy for so long time. And that's Rokia Othman. Now it's time for me to move on to the men's runner-up. So that trophy will be given by Cyrus to Adam Roshi. Where is he? Hello, sir. Yep. Please come forward. And he's so fast, and he's progressive, and he can't do anything with this energy inside the court. Such a standard performer, Adam Roshi. So whenever the squash game is about to start, he just used to go and preparation by listening to the songs. Let me go and ask him like what song he used to hear. That's Adam Roshi. And finally, the men's winner trophy will be given by Alan to Joachim Chu. Joachim Chu. And just a few minutes back ago, I was asking him like, what name can I call him? Joachim Chu. And he told me like, you can call me as Jojo. And all the spectators and the audience, those who watch this squash tournament, maybe you might have come across the Malaysian battle, that Shafiq Kamal game. Wow, what a nerve-wracking game that was. So congratulations once again to all our winners and participants. You have made this tournament to remember on behalf of the HCL and the Squash Rackets Federation of India. And this is the time for me to ask Mr. Allen to talk and share about some few words about this tournament.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a privilege for me to be here to witness another HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour event right here in Chennai, the home of Indian squash for many, many years. Firstly, I would like to thank HCL for their unwavering support towards India squash. Their support has, over the years, churned out many, many Indian champions, and going forward, many more to come. Thank you for the support. I would like to also thank the Government of India, SAI, for their support in funding this event, not forgetting SRFI, the organizers of this. I would also like to thank the state government, TNSRA and SDAT for putting up this center so that squash can continue to flourish in Chennai. Lastly, I would like to thank all the people behind the scenes for organizing this event, namely the referees, Suresh and his group of organizers, and lastly, all the players for making this event a success. Thank you and see you soon.
And that's a pleasure and grateful to hear some beautiful words from Mr. Alan Salsa. And now I would like to ask and requesting Cyrus Poncha, sir, would you like to share some few words about this tournament?
Thank you, everyone. It's great to be here for this event. HCL, thank you for your support for the entire decade. Government of India, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Sports Authority of India, and all those involved. The press, thank you so much for covering this event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful words. And we would like to conclude this tournament by saying this lines. I would like to thank our dignitaries, our partners, our volunteers, and most importantly, the players who gave us the spectacular squash in Chennai, and to everyone watching live on HCL Group and India Squash YouTube. Thank you for the love and support. With that, we officially conclude the HCL Squash PSA Challenge to 2026 Chennai edition. Just give a big round of applause, dear ladies and gentlemen. I would like to also call all the winners and runners-up for both men's and women's and come and stand here for the photo snap. You don't want it? Come please. And we're requesting you all. Yes. Thank you, everyone. And this is John signing off from here at HCL Squash PSA Challenger Tour 2026, and this is in Chennai. They are the winners and runners-up of this tournament. And they are the champions, they are the greatest athletes. Lovely to see this beautiful photo snap
Thank you. What should I say after this?